We are really close to a major change in the world of XRP. People are talking about the idea of burning all the XRP that is now in escrow. The current burn rate is about 5,000 XRP each day, which is about 1.825 million XRP per year. People are starting to think that this rate is going up. Some people even say that 25,000 XRP are burned every day. And, interestingly, this action is said to be connected to Ripple's escrow accounts. Things get even more dramatic when a former Ripple director says that Ripple might do a one-time huge burn of all the XRP in escrow. It seems that this is more than just a guess. What makes this situation even more interesting is its timing, which happened at the same time that Ripple Labs said it would buy back approximately $1 billion worth of XRP from the market. Many people think that Ripple's settlement with the SEC may have something to do with this buyback and the possible escrow burn. They also think that Ripple still needs XRP, which is why they are buying it back. There are huge consequences for an escrow burn like this. If Ripple burnt all of its XRP in escrow, XRP might be worth $10,000 each token. Based on my research and the fact that Ripple Labs is developing more and more partnerships and needs XRP to sustain these agreements, I think that Ripple Labs may need to be worth $10,000 per XRP in order to keep running and growing. Hey there, Moneyside family. Welcome back to the place you can always count on for XRP news. Before we get into today's material, let's take care of a few things first. If you could do me a big favor, to join our lively community, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And wait, because something fantastic is about to happen. As soon as we reach 60,000 subscribers, we're going to have a huge XRP giveaway. It's really easy to enter the giveaway. It's as easy as following these 3 steps, so make sure you're ready. And don't forget to leave a #Moneyside in the comments to make sure you get in. Many stories have said the same thing, saying that Ripple's partnerships for cross-border payments will make XRP worth $10,000. It's not only possible that XRP's value will go up a lot. It might perhaps have to happen, because Ripple's global alliances are growing and they depend on XRP. XRP's rise has been nothing short of exponential, and new reports, both leaked and public, show that it is spreading over the world. Notably, it has come to light that BlackRock plans to use XRP for payments across countries. This article highlights the main points, which show how XRP is becoming a globalized cross-border payment service. The Central Bank of Ireland's recent statement that they will use XRP for cross-border transactions is adding to this trend. This step not only shows that XRP is a reliable and efficient way to pay, but it also means that Ripple is now officially recognized. The business that runs XRP, which is a certified virtual asset service provider. This is a strong hint that XRP could be useful in the financial world. At the same time, the Global Central Bank of Japan has started using XRP for their global payment solutions. Over 30 central banks are now working together to create a central bank digital currency on the XRP ledger. This is part of a bigger trend. Reports say that 19 of these central banks have bought XRP worth more than $9.4 billion. This number doesn't even take into account the possibility that the FedNow Instant Payment Service will use XRP, according to information that got out. The FedNow Instant Payment Network is thinking about using XRP to handle the blockchain part of their payment method. This change shows that people are becoming more confident in XRP's technology and how well it works for modern financial applications. It can't be said enough how important the United States Federal Reserve's plan to assume full control over XRP and Ripple Labs is. This step, which is meant to stop people from buying XRP in stores, is a big change in the financial world. The plan of the Federal Reserve aims to use the RippleNet system's efficiency, low cost, and environmental friendliness, instead of constructing a traditional CBDC, or central bank digital currency. This method is especially essential because major central banks in more than 8 countries, including the BRICS nations, have already teamed up with Ripple Labs to use the RippleNet system and the XRP ledger. The Federal Reserve has made it clear that XRP and XLM might be very important to the blockchain part of their FedNow payment system, which shows how much they owe blockchain technology. One of their papers says that the FedNow Services partnership with Metal Blockchain to make rapid conversions between fiat and stablecoins is a big step toward bringing together traditional banking and decentralized finance. At the moment, Americans can only make immediate payments within the country through third-party apps like Venmo and PayPal or digital wallets for cryptocurrencies. The FedNow system, which is still being worked on, does plan to include crypto. In its structure though, over 120 businesses have joined this platform, including newer ones like US Bank and Exchange Bank, as well as a number of payment processors and solution providers. The possible addition of Ripple to the FedNow service could lead to a big change in the world of digital banking. Ripple is one of the fintech businesses being looked at. For this project, it is known for its innovative cross-border payment solutions and open-source distributed ledger technology. Also, Stellar Lumens XLM, which is known for its blockchain-based payment network that makes worldwide transactions faster and cheaper. It is also on the list of possible partners for the FedNow service. This leads us back to the two most important points we talked about: the chances of XRP hitting $10,000 soon and the possibly lot of XRP being burned from Ripple Labs escrow. These two things are connected and will be a big step forward for the XRP digital asset. The predicted mass burning of XRP from Ripple's escrow could be what pushes XRP to the expected price of $10,000. Matt Hamilton, a former Ripple director, said that Ripple could burn all the XRP in its escrow wallet, which has made this anticipation even stronger. This news is very important because Ripple is now in a legal battle with the SEC. It suggests that such a fire might be part of a possible settlement arrangement. This has a lot of consequences. Not only could a huge burn in XRP supply raise its price to $10,000, but it would also create an unprecedented demand for XRP from both retail and institutional investors. These investors are increasingly wanting to use digital assets like XRP for cross-border payments. Because of this, there would be a big drop in the amount of XRP that is available, which would mean that each XRP token would need to be worth more. The number of transactions that XRP is going to have to manage is mind-boggling. The International Swaps and Derivatives Association, ISDA, alone has more than $1.20 quadrillion in transactions, which means that each XRP costs $10,000. Because of the large volume and value of these transactions, this essay accurately sums up the size. Explicitly saying that XRP's goal is to make transactions worth more than $1.20 quadrillion in the ISDA. That's only one component of the puzzle. This number doesn't even include other important actors and systems where XRP is projected to have an effect. It doesn't take into account the possibility that SWIFT may use XRP for payments, SBI's aspirations to spread XRP remittances across Southeast Asia, or the fact that big banks like BlackRock and JP Morgan are said to have started buying over 7.5 million XRP. Also, this figure doesn't include Ripple's collaborations, like the one with a big payment company to make digital asset transactions better and allow payments to be made across borders in Africa. When we think about the extra quadrillions from central banks and with trillions from the private financial sector in countries using XRP, it is clear that XRP needs to be worth significantly more. We could see a value of between $50,000 and $75,000 each XRP coin. This might sound crazy, but it's true that XRP is about to make it possible for huge amounts of money to move throughout the world. XRP may be worth 62 cents right now, but when I initially bought it, the technology and its ability to handle large amounts of money made me believe in its potential. This potential is what makes XRP worth so much more in the future than it is now. Please keep in mind that I am not a licensed financial counselor. The videos are only meant to be fun and not to teach anything. I always tell them to do their own research and talk to professionals before making any financial decisions. Thank you very much for listening. Please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it and remember to subscribe. Also, switch on notifications so you may be the first to know when I post new stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing you again in the next video. Be careful.